So
I guess I'll just stay on and go through. If anyone, any of the new people have any questions, I'm just going to kind of go through real quick again
yeah,
the
go ahead. Yeah,
the
yeah,
concept of what we're looking at.
yeah. Go ahead and just anybody who's new within the last 2 weeks. Go
Right.
ahead, just ask questions. Dave and I are going to stay on for just a minute longer and just give you guys the ability to ask questions on what we're seeing and all that stuff. So go ahead and fire away. We're going to go a little bit longer today.
Right. So once again, if you missed it before, what we're looking at, this blue line is the midpoint of all the price action that you see. This is a daily chart. Let's go to a 1 hour chart maybe. So this blue line gives you the median price of the price action from all that you see on the screen. The bands are a derivative of standard deviations, and so it's a very good barometer of where the range of the particular instrument is going to be for the day or for that time period. So remember, we look at multiple time frames. The 1 hour chart is kind of our anchor chart because we're short-term traders. So when you see it get outside a down-sloping band, that's a pretty good area. That was last Friday with the unemployment numbers. Although that was on news, so that's tough to trade. But when you see the down-sloping line, you definitely want to look to get in areas if it gets short up near the top of the band. But you could also take a shot here, getting long in these areas below here. So the idea was, when I was actually in college with the Wall Street Journal, they had the dartboard, the monkeys, and the portfolio managers were all picking stocks. Maybe it was chimpanzees, I don't remember. But anyway, typically the random dartboard and the monkeys beat the portfolio managers. So I always thought, well, if I'm throwing at a dartboard, instead of picking 10,000 stocks, every single stock that's listed, let's pick the 100 best growing earnings companies, because I was an accountant. So I figured, why not pick growing companies with good earnings per share growth, not companies that are decreasing or at a loss per share. So I thought if you threw your 10 darts at those 100, you'd have a much better, it's still random, but you still have a much better shot at outperforming the market, or even outperforming the other dartboard that was thrown at the 10,000, which could land on a stock that a Radio Shack that goes out of business or something. So when you think of that from technical analysis, that's fundamental analysis. Now I'm talking about technical analysis that's using math and statistics in order to give you lower risk areas to buy, lower risk areas to sell. So this way, that's kind of you're throwing your darts at a high probability trade. We'll go to shorter time frames. You could see it again. Buying, you get a bounce. So the red band is called the rate of change. It's a shorter time frame, and that allows us to get kind of a feel like right now it's starting to flatten out, but we're still getting rate of change down. So we're, I think, stuck in a range. You also get, when both are pointing down, you get bigger down moves. When one is coming up, the other one's going down, or vice versa. Like here, this is going up, this is going down. You see the price action was either quiet or choppy. You could see the chop here. So you got to stay nimble. That's why we trade. We use different volatility parameters in order to catch the trades. So we'll tighten it up. If we think there's a bigger move coming, we'll let it run a little more. Let me make sure. I have to check. So that's kind of in a nutshell. Is that you? I guess so. This is the trading application. So what we'll do is, it's in the training and everything else, but what we'll do is, well, he's doing stuff right now, so I don't really want to mess with it. What'd you just do? Modified it wrong? you can see the orders come in. The trade actually puts itself in. Let me make sure I have to check something real quick. Hold on. And so you're able to sit.
Yeah, my take profits and stops are messed up. That's what I was trying to modify, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
You need a training session.
You're killing me.
Oh my goodness. So when you open the application, you have to go hit Get Market, and then it gives up a search. I added in the next version, it'll say ES next to it. So the actual contract that you're going to type in the search box is ES. So you see mini S&P 500, you double click it, you go to outrights, double click it, and then you're going to hit the March 15, you double click that, and then it'll populate it. I'm not going to do it again because that's what it'll already do that. It's already in there. The next symbol is here, NQ, so you hit Get Market, you type in NQ. It's NASDAQ 100. So it says an NQ, outrights, and then we're in March till further notice. 6J is the next one. You can see it says right here. So 6J, Japanese yen, outrights, March 15. So you double click it and it'll populate. And then the last one is CL for crude oil. CL, crude oil future, outrights, and we're still in April. A little bit longer. Once you have all, you're getting the data, so you're going to want to make sure you'll see, like here, the volume is moving, or the price, something that's fast moving, like maybe the crude oil. You see how the price is moving. You're getting data. Then you hit Connect Signals, and that means you'll be getting the signals. And then if you're ready to enable trading, you click this button and it'll turn green like this. This box here, the signals box, will turn green, and that means you're getting live signals and it will automatically trade for you. If you disconnect it, it goes white. You'll still get the signals, but this is for people who are manually trading that just want to still see the signals. You'll see the signals coming in, but it won't automatically trade.
We had a question. The software automatically trades for you, but kind of go over how if somebody does want to manually trade, what they can also do that from the software.
Right. So, well, I'm kind of explaining now. You could either be connected to the signals, just watch the signals come in. You might see, well, I like this trade. You might take it. You may not. It's up to you. Or you'd go like this, and every trade, it will automatically trade for you. So it's your choice. If you're manually trading, or if you have this off and we were in a trade and then it gets in, it'll say position mismatch error, and I'll give you the slot number. So it's slot 1, 2, 3, and 4. So ultimately, that is kind of up to you, but you have to monitor that part if you're trading manually, obviously, or you're watching. If you're turning this button on and off, you have to be cognizant if we're in a trade or not. Which we've added in over here. It's not always up, but if we're engaged into the market trading, we put this up. So it kind of, you can see a blue is a buy and a red X is a sell. And so that's kind of our trading, our actual trades that are in there that you can see. And then you can also at the same time, so if you want it up, since you traded the S&P already. So you can leave this trading connected to signals, trading enabled. Now, once you get this up and going, put it on Sunday night after 5 o'clock Eastern. And then you can see a trade just went in. And then it automatically puts a profit and a stop in. Here's the profit target. Does that break even? You might as well just take it. Euro's tanking. How come it looks like it's more than it really is? So if you're trading at the same time, we might be short, you might be long. It will then be flat. It will say position mismatch. These positions here is what our position is. So if you're trading, these are for what the signals are. The signals are short 1 crude right now. If you were trading and you want to buy crude, it would be flat here, so you could see your short 1 crude. If you were long crude manually, you thought this was a pullback you wanted to buy, this would be at 0 and it would say position mismatch. The point of it is that it's just warning you. It's not, that's why you have to be a little bit more sophisticated and have gone through the training and been manually trading and understand, the different, let me hit cancel for you. So trade just hit a profit target. It got flat. See, now it says 0. And this net box is what you are live all the time. So we have the ability to see your trades and see. So what we do is you have to be flat every day at 3:10 Central Time. That's the cutoff time. We hit the get flat button for everyone. But just recall that you have, basically at the stock market close, you have to be flat. I hit the button for you, but you could probably get back in if you wanted to, and then you're knocked out of your combine for that particular week or month. So the rules are very strict, and you have to really monitor all that. We try our best to do that, but we've had issues where if people override it, then there's nothing we can do, or don't have the app on.
What Glendrick, one of the things Glendrick's asking about as far as manual trading, you can see, pull up the ladder again if you would.
The crude ladder?
Kind of expand that. No, just the S&P ladder. That's fine. This is what you use to trade on for manual trading. So it's kind of walk through that if you would.
So this shows all the price action for today in the S&P. You could see this is the volume on the side. This is called a ladder. This was pretty much kind of came out late, I would say 98-ish, 99-ish. There was a level 2, but actually Trading Technologies was the company that came out with the trading ladder more for market makers, guys from the pit that were coming off like after 2000. Wanted to have an easy way to trade. So you can bid it, you can offer it. It's very easy. You click it, you cancel it. It's very easy to put in what you want to buy, different levels. No problem. It shows up also here in the app. You can see how it's working orders. You can actually on this double click on it and it'll see how it canceled it. So it's double click on here, or you can do it. You click here, you just click on the order and it cancels it. If you want to buy just at market, you basically just click, you would click above, like right here, and it would buy it at market. Same thing with selling. If you want to sell a new high, there you go. It's got an offer sitting there. You could see it says working. Doesn't come up here. These are only the signals. None of the manual trades come up in here. All trades come up in this white box though. Manual or the signals that if your trading is enabled, it will come up. Now I'll cancel it from that. So there gives you a lot of flexibility to be in trades both. I think people have had success where they see a trade, they like it and agree. This is obviously after time of getting a good feel for our trading style, that they'll jump on the bandwagon. For right now, depending on your combine, you have to be in the proper trade size because that's our risk parameters are based on that. If you change this trade size to unauthorized amounts, you're at your buyer beware, as they say, caveat emptor, because you're messing with what our set risk parameters are. So if you can change this number, but you could also, if we have a drawdown day, we think we're down $500, but you put a 4 in there, you're actually down $1,000 and you got stopped out. Now the software here will automatically stop you out at your combine loss, which is 900. And it'll shut the buttons off. You'll still get signals, but it will disable trading. And once it gets full stopped out for the day, you actually have to restart the application if you want to trade again, which you can't trade that day anyway. So I guess you just would reset it at the close of the trading day, and then the next day you have the opportunity to trade. It also has a maximum contracts. It actually automatically puts that in. So whatever number you put in there, it will change. You know, so if I change it to 4, you could see it changed to. So it doesn't fat finger where you end up putting in too many contracts. Also, their software will block you if it goes over a certain amount. So either way, you're going to get blocked. Some of the things here, if you have a lot of orders out there, you could hit, or you just, I do it all the time. You hit cancel all orders here. And so you'll see, you can see all these orders here. I hit cancel all orders and they're gone. So that cancels all pairs, all outstanding orders, and then you could also hit get flat. Get flat. Cancels all orders and gets out of all positions, so you'll be net zero on everything. So that's kind of the panic button, get flat. Completely get you out of everything. Besides that, it's pretty simple. I mean, you turn it on Sunday night, you get your 4 markets, connect the signals, and then you enable trading. All these other things, it gets remembered, so it once you have that on, you should be fine. And then you could go through the training, or I know Andrew does training on how to, I know I'm flying through this, but on how to buy and sell. But it's pretty blue is buy, red is sell.
Yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow in basically a half an hour after the trading room. So the trading room will end at, 8:30 your time or whatever time zone you're in, that's Pacific time, and then a half an hour after that. So basically in 12 minutes from now, tomorrow, we'll have a live training where I'm going to show you guys how to trade based on the ladder and how to manually trade. Set your stops, your take profits, all that stuff with the software. We're going to do that tomorrow. And there will be an email that will kind of go over those details. So just be looking for that later today. Inviting you to the live trade room.
Right.
So,
okay.
All right, guys. Well, have a good day. We'll see you on the wrap-up call.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Bye.